Hello, hello, hello. This is Melissa here, and I wanted to come out and do just a quick coaching before I get into my Bible 101 lesson for today. But I wanted to come out and give you some tips on how to best make your relationships flourish or how to have flourishing relationships. Most people struggle. Well, a lot of people struggle in relationships, and it's not just talking about romantic relationships. I'm talking about platonic relationships, relationships with parents and siblings and things of that nature. And it's usually because um, we put ourselves before others instead of putting others before ourselves. And so, just three things I want to share with you today is going to be really quick, and I want you to really consider utilizing this because of the fact that I believe it will work. I have tested it and I have found that it definitely helps in fostering healthy and wonderful relationships. So we'll start with number one. And by the way, my name is Melissa Roberts. This is Tea Time with Melissa. Living whole. We talk about the power of living whole, how to really establish yourself in the earth so that you're walking in this earth with intentionality and purpose. And you're doing it such a way that when you show up, others want to know who you are and whose you are. And so we talk about how to do that in many different facets. You can find these in my latest book, the Purposeful Living book. You can find that there. Or I have a course that'll be coming out really soon on 12 items, and we go in deep in talking about how to live a purposeful life. And so that's what we're doing today. I also want to announce to you that we are having Living Whole is having a women's empowerment fundraiser for Rahab's Women and Children's Home, which is my nonprofit. It is a transitional home that was established about a year and a half ago. My husband and I started this transitional home for homeless women and children. And we are going at it. God has been faithful. He has been wonderful. And he has just been so amazing in all that I've learned and all that we've been able to do in serving the homeless population. And I like to say that we are being the hands and feet of Jesus, because that's absolutely what we're doing. We are looking for ways, people, organizations to help us solve the homelessness problem one family at a time. So we have a home where the mothers and the women come to live with us for 6 to 9 months. And during this time, they are learning everything from biblical principles and foundational learning to self-care, parenting skills, nutrition, personal finance, housekeeping, food shopping, budgeting, credit restore, and career coaching. Really, we talk to them about being employable, so employability, how to apply for jobs, how to complete job applications, how to send a professional email. All of these things these women will learn while they're living in Rahab's Women and Children's Home. And so we are having a fundraiser, women empowerment fundraiser for Rahab's Women and Children's Home next Saturday, September the 7th. If you are in the Atlanta area, please go to rahabshouse.org. You can sign up there. The tickets are only $47, and that all of those proceeds will go to support the women and children of Rahab's Women and Children's Home. So, all right. So here we go. How to make your relationships flourish. Number one is going to be, the Bible tells us, a man who has friends must prove himself to be friendly. And so what does that mean, right? You have friends, be friendly. What does that mean, really? Well, what that means is there are people that are in your circle who you call friends, or you call those individuals that you do life with on a daily basis, right? not acquaintances, not co-workers, but we're talking about friends. Well, in order to have thriving and loving relationships with these people, you've got to be friendly. You've got to be friendly. What does that mean? Loving your neighbor as yourself, loving them as a friend. God calls us a friend. So how does God love on his children that he calls friend? You're friendly. Your friend reaches out to you in a time of need. You're there. Your friend reaches out to you in a time of laughter and joy. You're there. Your friend reaches out to you and they need a word of wisdom. You are there. These are people that you do life with. These are people that you learn how to be trustworthy for and be in a trusting relationship with. So a man who has friends proves himself to be friendly. Number two is going to be communicate from a place of love. Communication, we already know, is definitely the key to long lasting relationships. But we want to make sure that we're doing it from a place of love, that the person that we are showing the or communicating to, delivering a message to, whatever we're doing in terms of communicating, whether it's body language, whether it's verbal communication, whether it's written communication, we are going to make sure that we're doing it from a place of love. I remember my husband and I probably weren't married, but maybe 5 years. So we were still kind of in the honeymoon stage. And we were having a discussion about something. And when I say a discussion, okay, y'all know, those of you who are married, you know what we mean when we say a discussion. It was a heated discussion, argument about something. I don't even remember what it's about. And that's usually how it is. But I remember him saying to me at the end of that come to the discussion with the ideal that this person loves me and I love them. So whatever I say, it's not going to be coming from a hurtful place. Whatever I imply or whatever I communicate, it won't come from a place of hurt or from a place of negativity. It's only going to come from a place of love. So yeah, if you are expressing your feelings, they still can come from a place of love. So always make sure that you are coming from a place of love and that the person that is receiving the comment, the criticism, the feedback, they know that it's coming from a place of love. And then number three, which is a big one. Sometimes we don't do this very well. And when we don't do this very well, it causes trauma sometimes in relationships. It causes hurtful feelings, pain, betrayal. We want to make sure that we establish healthy boundaries. In a healthy relationship, there are boundaries that are set. Each person in the relationship knows, what are the limits? What can I do that will literally question our loyalty to each other or our relationship with each other? Establishing those boundaries up front is going to be important because you want to make sure that the individual that you are in a relationship with understands exactly where you're coming from, and you also in return also understand exactly where they're coming from. So healthy boundaries are always good. They always provide that level of understanding for the parties involved, and it creates an atmosphere of that's conducive for growth, that's conducive for positivity, that's conducive for even though there might be conflict sometimes, that's still conducive for growth. And so, but the boundaries have to be established. Healthy boundaries must be established up front. We're not talking about, all of those things that are unhealthy, like dependency and codependent and all those things. Those have some unhealthy tendencies tied to them. But we're talking about establishing healthy boundaries so that your relationship can grow, and flourish. So I hope this is helpful to you today. Just a real quick video just about how to improve relationships, make them flourish. And I guarantee you, there are other things that we can do that will improve our relationship. Yes. But these, after just having conversations with individuals and speaking with clients, these are probably the top three things that people have to work on that they don't do well for whatever reason. So, you want to make sure that you are being friendly, right? You want to communicate from a place of love. And then, third, you want to make sure that you are establishing healthy boundaries. I hope this has been helpful to you. Um, like, subscribe, do all those things that everybody asks you to do, right? But if you do it, that's wonderful. If you don't, that's okay too. I'm still going to be doing what God has created and called me to do. But I hope you will join us. I heard someone say today, if you're shacking up, which just means you're in a relationship and you're not committed to the relationship, go ahead and subscribe and like. But I'm just going to say, go ahead and subscribe and like. That will just let you know when a new video comes out or when I have new information to share with you about living whole, the power of living whole, and all of the programs and the different things that we offer. So, like, subscribe, share, and I hope this was helpful to you. Remember, working on those relationships is going to really improve you are as an individual, and it's going to improve the individuals that you're in relationship with. So I hope this was helpful. Bye. Peace. Go with God.